guys, welcome to my channel, Ursula Living, and of course I am your girl Ursula, and I know it's been a minute. I know, we're gonna get there. But first, thank you guys so much for living life here on YouTube with me, for subscribing, for supporting my channel, for emailing me, for writing comments, just keeping in contact with me also on my other social media platforms. Thank you guys so much for that. And as always, I want to know how you're living. Let me know in the comment section down below. But I think because it's been a while, you probably want to know how I'm living. So I'm going to let you know how I've been living. So the YouTube videos have been a little bit, well, not a little bit. They just been like extinct, if you will, because last September, August, September, I was blessed to embark on a journey that I've been wanting to partake in for quite some time, and I'm not going to share that with you guys just yet because it's something that's really personal to me. A lot of people in my family, a lot of close friends don't even know what I'm doing, but it's something that I've always wanted to do, a goal that I've wanted to complete for myself. And sometimes when you're doing something, you just got to keep it to yourself. Like, you can't always tell everybody your business and let everybody in on what you're doing. Let them know when you've completed and be like, this is what I did, and show your accomplishments that way. That's how I am a little bit. And I think I'm more I think I'm holding this like it's a baby because it is something important to me and that I always wanted to finish and to do. So when I finish it, when I finish that journey, I will definitely let you guys know all about it. But because I've been doing that and embarking on that journey, it has just definitely kept me busy these past couple of months. So that's why the videos have been lacking. All right, but there is a journey that I have embarked on that I do want to share with you that is rather personal, but I want to share with you guys because I feel like on YouTube and in life in general, I'm a pretty open person, and I hope that this journey that I'm going on, that it will encourage somebody else to maybe take that step. And just also, it's kind of a life update for me, and that is that I have started going to see a counselor, a licensed psychologist. And the reason being is, if you guys have been living with me for quite some time, you know that in 2015 I was diagnosed with having diverticulitis, and just that whole thing. I have several videos here on the channel documenting my life and what I had to go through and all the surgeries and all of that. And you guys have definitely supported me with that. You guys have reached out to me, not just here on the channel, but on my other platforms. And also you guys have emailed me with concern, with questions about what I've been through. And I also am involved on two Facebook groups that deal with diverticulitis, and I just see it all the time, people dealing with stress and different things like that. And I knew in this moment that it was time for me to go see a counselor, and I've been knowing that I needed to go seek therapy since I was diagnosed with diverticulitis. When I was in the hospital, I was in total shock. But at that time, I couldn't actually go to a therapist because I couldn't even drive. I couldn't do anything. So while I was going through the healing at home part of that journey, I would write in a journal. I would listen to my gospel music, other inspirational music, of course, reading the Bible, trying to encourage other people. And believe me, by encouraging other people, a lot of times you see people and they're out there encouraging other people, motivating, giving positive vibes or whatever out into the world, but a lot of the times it helps them too. And so that's what I was doing. So throughout the process, I'm just like, one day it was like a roller coaster. It's like one day you feel fine and you feel like you can help yourself get through it, and then I had days where I couldn't, and I know that I needed therapy. I would wake up with panic attack, anxiety attacks. I honestly think, and I haven't been diagnosed yet, or I don't know if I'm gonna have a diagnosis of this, but I kept thinking, man, I think I have PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. So, I mean, there was just a lot of things going on. And then as I started to get better and the physical healing of my body, I'm like, oh, I'm okay. Maybe it was just because I was down and I couldn't do certain things. But as time progressed, guys, there's just like other factors going on as well, and it's like that was a roller coaster. One minute you think that you're fine and you're gonna go on with life, and then something happens and it triggers that and it takes you back to that, and that's how I knew that I wasn't over it. And along the way also, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to therapy or tried to reach out to any counselors out there, but usually what happens, most of these therapists have their own practice. Some of them have secretaries and some of them don't. So if they don't, the best way to communicate with them, they'll tell you, is through email, or you call them, leave a message, leave your information, and then they'll get back to you. Well, throughout the process, I think I was a little bit picky too, but I would actually find people and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go with this person, and I would call them, leave messages, and some that actually called me back, just the vibe that I got from them over the phone, I just was not feeling it. And then there were some that I actually called and left messages, and I'm talking about, like, I left one guy in particular, I left several messages for and never received anything back. My husband even called, never received any messages back, and I'm just like, or no phone calls back, and that makes you a little discouraged. So along the way, that was a roller coaster, because I would get to those points where I'm like, I want to go see a counselor, and then because those things happen, I kind of backed off and said, okay, I'll try again next week. Next week turned into 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. So finally, in March, something kind of triggered me again, and I started having a panic attack. And I realized, Ursula, you have to do something. Besides, there's other factors and other things going on as well, and you've got to get some balance back into your life. So there was a counselor that I had looked at before, and I was just like, I don't know. But what I did is I just went ahead. I didn't even call on the phone. I just did everything online. I scheduled my appointment. I gave them my information as far as insurance and all of that kind of stuff. And I made my appointment and I went, and I'm so glad that I went. You guys do not even know. Last weekend was like one of the best weekends that I've had, therapeutic weekends that I've had in a very, very long time. I went to the psychologist and I talked, and I felt bad because I felt like I just spilled all my guts out, and you only get like an hour. So I was just trying to put as much information out there about things that were going on with me as possible, and it's just like everything just spilled over, and I just wanted more and more and more, and I just wanted to say more and more and more. And I realized that I was comfortable with this person and I was okay with this person, and I am going to be going back on a weekly basis as of right now. And so I'm just really, really excited about being able to actually get some help. And along with that, my best friend came into town and we went to this shop that I like to look at. I bought some crystals. That Saturday we went to a smudging event where you learn how to smudge, like cleansing your environment and your body. And if you want to know more about that, I can make a separate video. But that whole weekend and just doing stuff and being around positive people and just doing positive things to kind of clear my mind, it was wonderful. And the reason why I want to share this is, again, because I know that a lot of my subscribers, I know a lot of you have subscribed to me because of my journey with diverticulitis and sharing that with you guys. And you guys contact me and tell me this. I see it in the comments. I see it on Facebook. How many people fight with depression and anxiety and panic attacks and things like that due to diverticulitis? So I just want to give encouragement. You know, I see a lot of you guys out there talking and, oh my God, I just feel like my whole life's over. I just feel so down. I feel so depressed. Like, I know that we are physically healing our body, but we also, another part of our body is our spirit, is our mind, and that needs healing too. So I want to encourage you guys to go out and get some help. And I wanted to make this video last week, but you know what? This is perfect timing because now it's May, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so I think this is the perfect time to put this video out there. So definitely, and not just if you're, you know, dealing with diverticulitis, if you're dealing with any medical condition that has put your mind or put your body, put your spirit in a depressed mode, please, I encourage you guys to go get some help. Check with your insurance. You know, if you go to someone, you don't feel comfortable with them, go to the next person. You don't have to settle. Go to somebody that you feel comfortable with, because it's just so therapeutic, really and truly it is. And then the other reason why I wanted to share this with you guys is because, you know, I've got some education on psychology and being around it and knowing it and just, you know, seeing life in general. And I think in the African American community, there's this thing like we do not go to a psychologist. We're not going to go to a therapist. And I think that that's not cool. I think that we need to encourage each other to go get that help. For the guys, maybe for the African American guys, it may look for them, like they're weak if they go there, like man, I ain't doing that, like I ain't crazy, I'm a G, you know, I can hold it together. For the women in general, African American women, I think, are stereotyped as we have to be strong, we bear things. If something's wrong, we go to our peers, we go to our family, we go to our church, and that's all wonderful because you definitely need that support system. And some people, they do offer therapy and counseling through your church, so if you can get it that way, that's wonderful too. But you know what, sometimes, you know, you have your pastor of your church, and I just feel like he was given that gift to be able to preach, to be able to share God's word. That's his gift. And I think that there are other gifts in this world, like there's psychologists, and you know, their gift is to help in that aspect. So let everybody, you know, if you need to go to a counselor, go to a counselor. You know, in the African American community, it's just like, you know, you go to church. If you got a problem, maybe you tell your church members you do this, but like maybe sometimes you just need a little bit more. I mean, these people have been blessed to go to school, to get an education in this, to get training, intensive training. They can help you. And I encourage you guys, no matter what ethnic background that you're in, do not be ashamed to go get help. It's all about self-help. People say self-help like, oh, I'm going to get my hair fixed, man, I'm going to get my beard trimmed, I'm going to go get some new shoes, like I'm going to go get a massage. Like, well, then treat yourself, even if it's once a month, to somebody to just listen to your problems, to help you through life, to just spill your guts out to. Because sometimes even talking to your friends, you know, they know too much inside stuff. You need someone that has like a clean slate that can really, really listen to you and help you get on the right path. And there's nothing to be ashamed about. Furthermore, if any of your friends or family are criticizing you because you're going to go see a counselor and say, oh my God, you crazy girl, something wrong with you, and like they don't want to mess with you, you know, we get that too, that negative feedback, then you need to probably distance yourself from those people. You need to be around people that are going to support you, that are going to uplift you, that see you trying to do better. Hell, you need to be around people that be like, girl, I will even drive you to your counseling appointment because I want to see you achieve. I want to see you excel in life. And when people don't have that support in that sense, that's where people feel alone. They bottle stuff in. That results in possibly suicide, addictions, drug addictions, alcohol addictions. So you want to be able to have that support system, that good support system, and do that, and go out and get help for whatever it is, whether it's mild depression, you just want like a fine tune up. There's counselors that can help you financially. There's counselors, marriage counseling. I mean, there's all sorts of counselors out there that, you know, have a specific thing that they cater to. So go find them. You know, I know some people don't have insurance, but there's a lot of counselors that do cash pay, depending on like maybe your income. There's also, if you're low income bracket, they have, there's things out there for you know, for you as well. So don't feel like there's absolutely no help. Please, I encourage all of you guys, especially since this is Mental Health Awareness Month, to go out there, to be encouraged. If you see your friends, you feel like they're in a different mood than usual, you know, especially women that just had babies. Sometimes they have postpartum depression. Like, be in tune with other people and be supportive and tell them, hey, you might want to go see a counselor. I'll take you. Or I know a counselor that's great. Go see this person. Like, really, I really just want to encourage you, because I've only gone once, okay, but I'm definitely going back, and I cannot tell you just in that one session how good I feel. And anything that she shares with me as far as like maybe breathing techniques, like we're going to work on that next, like breathing techniques and different things, I will be glad to share it with you guys. All I ask is that if there's something that I don't want to share or something like that, just be respectful of my privacy as well. But obviously, I'm really open, I'm transparent, and I want to share this with you guys. And I just want to encourage you guys that don't just sit there like and be depressed and be going through these panic attacks and like, okay, I can get through it. Like, reach out to somebody, get some help. And if you don't know who to reach out to, your peers, reach out to your church members, but reach out to somebody. I don't want anybody just to be suffering in silence when there's so much help, there's so much support out there for you guys. So with that said, that's the end of that. I will keep you up to date on my journey. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Like I said, just be respectful of my privacy and things that I want to share and things that I don't want to share. And I hope you guys have a very blessed day. Talk to you guys later. Live life to the fullest.